Dire team ban.
Hello everyone and welcome to the DotaTalk Championships. Today we have Neolution.International versus ABC, which is now MUFC. Well, we have 3 players from MUFC who are confirmed. These are Winter, TFG, and FZFZ. Winter, of course, one of the ex-Orange member and also one of the early MUFC player. TFG, who was in MUFC before it got disbanded, and FZFZ, who was the captain of Invasion Gigabyte. So Invasion Gigabyte actually compete in this very own tournament, and we'll have to see what player actually replaces FZFZ, because he was still the captain. So we also have Wong Wong and Han Trash player, who are 2 ex-player of ABC. So maybe they will get picked up by MUFC, maybe not, we don't know yet. They haven't been playing under the tag. We can see that here it's Invasion, MUFC, Armageddon Winter, and same for TFG and FZ. But Wong Wong is still playing under the name ABC, Apple Banana Cucumber, and Han Trash player never even put a team name before his name. So well, we'll have to see if MUFC does pick the 2 remaining players from ABC or not. On the other side, we have Neolution.International, one of the better Neolution team. The most known, of course, is Neolution Orange. And Neolution.International would be, in my opinion, the second best Neolution esport team. The third would be Neolution Esport Thailand, who also made it into this tournament. And we'll have to see how they perform. So this is the Group D. No, this is Group, I think it's Group C or Group B. I don't remember. There's 4 groups and 3 groups with 4 teams, 1 group with 5 teams. And this is the first game of today. So we have the bans going up already. Neolution.International have the first pick. They decide to ban the Rubik as well as the Shadow Demon. So ABC, are they going to answer with the usual Batrider Nyx ban, or are they going to let the Nyx go through? So if it's the case, I think Neolution.International will... No, they are going to ban up that Keeper of the Light. So Nyx is still in the pool, but so is Magnus. So we'll have to be careful about that. It's pretty much guaranteed, like whenever someone first picked the Nyx and the Magnus still in the pool, the other team grab it. And ABC, or should I say now MUFC, they are no exception to that rule. So with the Keeper of Light ban, we're probably not going to see a PL game again, or at least I will hope not to, because PL games, I mean, PL is a very good hero, everyone knows that, but it's starting to be very, very boring in the end, because, well, everyone just calls him Cancer Lancer now, and there's a good reason to it. It's just boring after a while to just cast that, and it's gonna be a next pick, so no big surprise there. The fact that they didn't ban up, I mean, they banned up the Rubik as well as the Shadow Demon, who are 2 very, very high-valued support, but that means heroes like Magnus, heroes like Darkseer, who are usually banned, also make it through the pool. So the Darkseer, I don't actually know if ABC plays that much Darkseer. One of the team that really love the Darkseer is LG International. Well, Brax playing the Darkseer. And the fact that the Neolution Esport International banned the Rubik means that, well, they don't have an answer to that Magnus. They can't steal the RP because they banned the Rubik themselves, and maybe ABC, by not banning the Nyx, they were looking to put Neolution.International in that very, very big, issue of, do I pick the Nyx or do I pick the Magnus now that I ban my own Rubik? So it's gonna be Lifestealer with the Magnus. Lifestealer, one of the few carries that just can go onto the Nyx without any problem. Spy Carapace, well, no worries, I just pop the Rage and eat you alive while your Spy Carapace is active. And even if the Lifestealer's Rage ends before the Spy Carapace, it will not work, because the Spy Carapace will have been considered to be triggered already with the first attack of the Lifestealer, so it will be wasted while Lifestealer is magic immune. And Magnus Lifestealer, that looks to be already a offensive tri-lane in the making. Lifestealer is one of the very, very often picked hero when he wants to go on aggressive tri-lane. So Queen of Pain is going to be here for Neolution Esport International. So Queen of Pain, of course, a very good hero with the Magnus due to the huge amount of AoE burst damage that she can inflict. That just goes very well with the RP. I mean, you catch up more than 3 heroes in the RP, and Queen of Pain unloads her full arsenal, and you pretty much have the half of the enemy team WAP already. So Queen of Pain also a very good hero to go with the Lifestealer due to the next bomb. Lifestealer really likes those heroes who gets blink or who have a lot of mobility, like the Storm Spirit, the Puck, the Queen of Pain, Magnus, who can also skewer in. Sometimes we even see when the Darkseer is picked and he buys a blink dagger, you may see Lifestealer inside the Darkseer who just blinks in and use the wall, use the vacuum, and then Lifestealer just pops out, and the Ensuing Chaos assures that Lifestealer actually gets 1 kill. And Luna is going to be the pick for Neo.International now. So Luna, also one of the carries that have been, well, that have been really popular lately, or should I say not really lately, but since she was introduced, I mean, the moment where she was introduced, many people would just say that Luna would never appear on the scene because, I mean, what the hell, she's squishy, she's low range, she doesn't really fit well, and after a while, people were just starting to experiment with Luna more and more, especially the Chinese team who were the first to test out the Luna. I think it was LGD China who was really picking up that Luna a lot, and then the trend just caught on. And Luna, the only buff she received is that the aura now gives plus, it's a flat plus damage instead of a percentage. Before that, it was pretty much like the Vengeful Spirit aura. So now it's also very powerful in the early game. In the trial lane, it actually rakes faces because your supports gain a lot of damage, right-click damage. And this is very important in the early game where spells, since your supports are likely to be earned the levels, they are mainly used for the disable aspect of it. I mean, Nyx Assassin, the stun level 1 only deals 80 damage. That's nothing. That's like 1 or 2 auto attacks. So the simple fact that she grants 14 bonus damage, I think it's 14 at level 1. Yeah, it's 14 bonus damage to everyone, makes it so the total in her own lane is going to be 42 bonus damage split on 3 heroes per right click, so that's a lot. Sand King is going to be a pick here for ABC, and if you guys don't know ABC's tactics, Sand King is one of the heroes they really like. It's a hero, a support hero that isn't really picked that much by other teams. We have Orange and ABC really going for the Sand King very often, and they have been very successful by playing the Sand King as well. Ninja Boogie, who once co-casted with me, even told me that after scrimming a lot with Orange and ABC, he started drafting Sand King himself more and more because he just realized that the hero, although he has been falling in some kind of, you know, he's not that played anymore, he just realized that it's still a very good hero given the, you know, the very good, given some specific case. So Sand King is going to be picked here. It's already 3 melee heroes for MUFC, so they will have to look out, maybe not go for another melee hero. Usually you don't see more than 3 melee heroes on one team, because it's not considered very viable to have all melee heroes due to the fact that it's way harder to dodge the AoE attacks, the AoE spells, if you are melee. One very clear example would be the Tidehunter. Tidehunter, his ultimate Ravage has a huge AoE, but now the travel time is actually lower. So, I mean, it's longer, not lower. And that means if you're a range hero, you can just position yourself to wait until the Tidehunter uses the Ravage. Or even if you're on the edge, you can actually walk out of it. Whereas if you're a Magnus, Sand King, Lifestealer, if you don't chain stun that Tidehunter perfectly, he's gonna be using the Ravage. Like, there's no question about that. And since you're a melee hero, at the moment you decide to go on that Tidehunter, it's either you kill him or you eat a Ravage in the face. And that's gonna be like 3, 4, 5-man Ravage if you're all melee heroes. Okay, so Neolution.International now, they go for a Chan ban as well as a Lina. And on ABC's side, we see an Enigma ban as well as Darkseer. So right now for Neolution.Int, we have Nyx, Luna, +1, probably gonna be in a tri lane. Queen of Pain in the middle lane, and that leaves 1 off-lane solo. Magnus, Lifestealer, Sand King on ABC's side. So since they play under the name ABC, I'm going to call them ABC because Well, the official team that was invited in the DotaTalk League was ABC. Then it changed to MUFC when the news came out that Winter got a place in MUFC. But since they are playing here with only 3 players of MUFC, and they're using the tag ABC, which Winter actually chose, I'll just consider that they're playing as ABC and not as MUFC yet. So we have seen this this lineup actually get played in the... What was the tournament again? I think it was the Gold Cup? No, they didn't play in the Gold Cup. So... Oh, it was in the GST. Yeah, in the GST, ABC played with FZFZ as well as a Miracle from First Departure when they needed stand-in. So now we see a Vengeful Spirit pick, and that's fairly interesting because Vengeful Spirit is a very defensive support. She has very low range. She has not a lot of good spells. I mean, the stun is good, but the duration is absolutely horrible. It's 1.45 second or something. Whereas if you take a look at the Nyx Assassin, at level 1 is 127, but at level 2 it's already 177. Whereas 177 is not even achieved by a Magic Missile level 4. The damage is good, but it's a single target. The mana cost is huge. The range is low as well. Magic Missile has something like 500 or 600 range. And Vengeful Spirit is pretty much picked for the swap. So it goes through BKB. That means if Vengeful Spirit gets a lot of items, or a lot of levels, I mean, which is rarely the case, she will be able to save her ally from, you know, getting killed by Lifestealer. Lifestealer, what he likes to do is just slow someone down, rage, and kill it instantly. Kill the hero instantly. That's what Lifestealer shines at. If you can't get a kill during that 6-second rage, usually you're losing the potential of Lifestealer, because he's gonna get kited around easily. And if during the rage, the target you actually slow down gets swept, and Vengeful Spirit just walks away, you're gonna have a bad time. You will have wasted a lot of time, and Luna will be free to go or something. And ABC going for a Gyrocopter. This is very interesting because Gyrocopter is not a hero that we often see on the Asian nor the Southeast Asian scene. Bounty Hunter is going to be the last pick for Neo.Int as an offlaner. So Neolution.International, they're playing their hand with their card actually on the table. Everyone knows what they're going to do in terms of laning. And ABC, I mean, the Gyrocopter, as I was saying, it's very common in Europe, it's very common in the United States. We even had Merlini doing one video very recently about the strength of Gyrocopter in the middle lane. But Southeast Asia, Gyrocopter's not that picked. And I must say, it's one of the rare times I see a Gyrocopter here. So I assume he's going to go in the middle lane, considering how the lane looked like. He could also be playing as support. That happens, but... considering the lineup, let's see. Nature's Prophet's gonna be the last pick, so technically that could be a Magnus middle, a Nature's Prophet in the off lane, and a Sand King Lifestealer Gyrocopter trial lane. Or we could see some dual lane action with a Nature's Prophet in the jungle, but that's actually way more rare. So we see that Winter actually disconnected. His computer kind of crashed, I guess. And we have Bla on the Queen of Pain, Ninja Boogie on the Luna, we have Lei on the Vengeful Spirit, Junkyu is the stand-in for Neolution.International, and the last one is... God damn it, I can't really remember, so we'll just have to wait until the game actually starts.
10 seconds.
So Southeast Asia Dota, just remember, you'll always have delay, you'll always have pause, and you will always have people disconnecting. So Winter's just gonna be back now, and we see the... Alright, so we have Hachiko on the Bounty Hunter. That's the last guy on Neolution.International, and Winter's reconnecting. So on the other side, we have FZ playing the Gyrocopter, TFG on the Nature's Prophet. Winter's gonna be playing the support Sand King. And that leaves Wong Wong and Huntrash player. So Wong Wong probably going to be... Oh, he disconnected again? Winter has some issue with internet right now. I don't remember FZ being a support player though, so it could be a middle lane Gyrocopter. If I remember well, FZ is a middle lane player for Invasion. I could be wrong though, because I don't remember well. I didn't cast so many games of Invasion. And if you take a look, it's Invasion, MUFC, Armageddon. It's like 3 tags because Invasion, I actually have no idea why it's here. There might have been something with the fact that FZ joined. Armageddon is because they won the Armageddon Cup, so they are sponsored by Armageddon, if I understood well. Huntrash player is going to be playing last year, and Wong Wong on the Magnus. And we are soon good to go, I guess, because everyone's joined up now. Everyone's joined up. Just checking up all the overlay, and Winter is gonna apologize. What nice guy. Winter is actually, you know, I say Southeast Asia is very often plagued with people getting late and disconnection and pause and everything. Winter is usually not one of those guys. He is, every time, even if his teammates are late, he is on time. And you know, FZFZ just bought a courier, so he's not gonna go in the middle lane. So we have Wong Wong on that Magnus, 1 tango, 2 branches, rushing up the bottom middle lane. TFG, he has used the Nature's Call. Well, that's kind of like the common build for Nature's Prophet, regardless of the situation. It's going to be scouting around with the Trents, and Winter is going to go bottom with FDFZ and with Huntrash player. So we don't see a smoke on those 2 supports, so there won't be a very early 3 minutes, 4 minutes smoke gank timed in the middle lane to catch out that Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is also very hard to catch. Even if you have a smoke, if you don't get the stun on her, she's gonna be able to run away. And in fact, there's not even sentry wards. I'm quite confused. Usually, when you have a bounty hunter against you, you always want to have sentry wards to just zone in out of the lane.
30 seconds to shoot.
Hachiko is just gonna annoy Winter a bit, landing 1 right click and getting away. And he knows that there's no sentry wards. He saw that. He saw that, so he's gonna be fine. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I absolutely forgot to enable the microphone and also to lower the camera acceleration speed. That should be okay now. Alright, so John Q is waiting on the high ground, scouting around. And Bounty Hunter is actually the one having sentry ward. Winter's just gonna stun Hachiko and also take that regeneration rune, all good. He's gonna be fully back with his full mana, and TFG is not gonna even bother to go on the top lane because he knows that it's a bit too dangerous. So he's gonna just jungle to get his fast level 2, fast level 3 maybe, get a point in teleport at least. And the Bounty Hunter is still not standing in the lane. I'm not really sure why. Oh, he's trying to counter ward, and he's gonna do a decent job at it as well because as there's no sentry ward, they won't be able to catch him anyway. So in the middle lane, we have Wong Wong versus Blah. Blah should have the upper hand here, but Magnus is very hard to kind of outlane, like just push him out of the lane. Due to the battle crowing, he can just spam up that shockwave to farm, and he can withstand the harassment because he has a lot of HP. And with the battle crowing, he will be able to heal up. The mana cost on shockwave is not that high anyway, so he will be able to get some last hit at least. FZ, we see that he's already starting to pull and to farm. Winter is going to pull this camp into this camp as well. Hachiko is looking to get some freebie here, but is he going to be able to steal that Centaur? Not going to be able to. So top lane, Ninja Boogie is going to have free farm, and we see that Lei is trying to pull that smoke camp, which is a bit harder now that the creep aggro has been changed again. Same for the middle lane, you can't really do that easily anymore. I don't even know if you can do that anymore. You see, the creep actually don't even go next to this area, so Lei, I think he just realized that he can't do that. So John Q at least is getting the pull here, controlling the lane for Luna to farm. Not that there's a lot of control to needed anyway because TFG is in the jungle. And he looks like he's going for a... No, this is Luna. Okay, Luna is going for his Tranquil Boots. Nothing very strange here. Winter's gonna find a... Well, Senking's gonna find this Invis rune, but there's a Sentry Ward here. There's no vision though, so... Senking, now he has Sentry Wards. But Hachiko, he had put down a Sentry Ward of his own there. So he knows Winter's here. And he's not gonna get caught. Unless he's careless. Winter, he's not gonna get that gank. Middle lane, we see Blah, 12 for 5, 9 for 2 on Wong. So Wong is still doing a decent job. He's getting some last hits. As I said, normally Queen of Pain has the upper hand, but as soon as Magnus has the bottle, which is flying up to him, I think he even used the bottle crowing once already. So we see stacking going up. John Q is gonna stack up that camp. Gonna fail. Yeah, gonna fail. So that new timing on the creep pulling is screwing up a lot of teams that haven't been really practicing a lot lately, and we see very often teams screwing up the pulls, which is very uncommon. For example, whenever you see tournament play, you expect the players to be perfect with their pulling, but a lot of teams actually miss out on those pulls now. So TFG, he's level 3, he has 2 level in Nature's Call, so not opting to go for 1 level into Sprout, to go for early ganks. He knows that there's not a lot they can catch anyway. I mean, what are we gonna do? TP in the middle lane, Queen of Pain can just blink away. On the bottom lane, well, technically you could catch the Bounty Hunter, but he has invisibility, he has tangos. It's gonna be very hard to bring him down. He has also a Stout Shield, and most of what Nature's Prophet can bring in the early game is just some right clicks plus a 3-second pseudo disable. So he's just gonna level up that Nature's Call to max out the pushing power. Winter is just gonna take a look at the rune, but he's not gonna find it. TFG is gonna steal it from Blah. So nicely done here. That means Queen of Pain will have to bottle crow. Lei is level 2 and he's just roaming around right now. He has a smoke, but he hasn't really used it yet. Wong, we see Hachiko is waiting here, but very doubting that they could do anything to bring down the Magnus. Magnus is just gonna skewer away, and that's gonna be the end of that little gank. TFG, in the meantime, just went back to the top lane. 1.2k gold is maybe gonna be a Midas rush. If the Nature's Prophet not rushing for a Midas, we usually see him buying the components. For example, if he's going for that Urn of Shadow, he's just gonna go and straight buy it right now. If he goes for the mechanism, he would be already having the headdress, or at least boots or something. So I guess it's gonna be a Midas rush. And smoke gank on the top lane, but TFG is already away, and that's some very good game sense. He knows that the supports aren't here. So either they're pulling, which is not the case, or they're trying to gank.
Radiance toughened up their structures.
And even Hachiko is here, so everyone on the top lane, Neolution.International losing a lot of time by doing this. It's not only a failed smoke gank that costs 100 gold, it costs a lot of time. And time is essence, time is experience, time is money. They are looking to go on Wong and Blah. Whoa, escapes with 21 HP in fact. Very low. Almost dying here. Thankfully, I think Wong missed up that shockwave, so that's why Queen of Pain did survive there. Notice that if she did take the shockwave in the face, the Nature's Prophet ultimate would have finished her. That's why she was ending up with 32 HP and not 200 after the skewer. So Lei's gonna find a double damage rune, but I mean, the creeps are following those two supports, so they know exactly everything about where the two Neolution.International supports are, and information is essence. For those of you who actually play RTS games like StarCraft 2, you know that information is one of the most important thing in the game. That allows you to know and how to react correctly, and Wong has to be careful. I think he knows that. He's gonna get slowed, but he has a skewer, so he has seen the two supports here the last few seconds, so he knows that the supports were around anyway. Hachiko is looking for a deny. Is he gonna get it? He's not gonna get it.
Dire's bottom tower got blown to bits.
So Nature's Prophet not rushing a Midas in the end, just getting a Ring of Basilius, Boots of Speed, and starting up with the push with the Nature's Call and the Ring of Basilius activated. So Gyrocopter is going for 2 level in Rocket, 1 level in Homing Missile. Contrast player, he has a face boost already, and he may be able to get a very fast drum as well. That's the face rush lineup. You just go and with the movement speed, not the face rush lineup, but the face rush build where you just buy up a lot of movement speed items, and then it's very hard to kite you around anymore. The easiest lifestealer to kite is usually the lifestealer who go for armlet as well as not face boots, but power trits. That goes for farming build, Hand of Midas, everything. So Oh, hello, Super from Rising Star. Those guys are also playing a tournament. We may see them later on. I think I'm the second or third game I'm casting with them. So we see 2 Observer Ward planning down here and there. So the dark side have the vision. ABC, Neolution.International, they know everything that's happening here on this side of the map. So if they don't see anyone, they can safely assume that the other heroes are in the middle lane or on the bottom lane. Hachiko is going to find FZFZ, and I'm not really sure Gyrocopter can run away from that. He's going to use a solve, and there's no track on the Bounty Hunter yet. So we see Blah trying to come in, but FZ is already out. FZ, one thing to note is that Gyrocopter, even low on levels, he deals a crap ton of damage with the Rocket Barrage. Doesn't need a lot of items for that, and that means if you try to go one-on-one on the Gyrocopter, it doesn't matter if you're not a support, if you're a farm build hero, if you don't have a lot of HP like Hachiko on his Bounty Hunter, you are going to have a very bad time. It's going to be very dangerous because he is going to be able to deal to you a crap ton of damage with that Rocket Barrage, similar to a Leshrac Double Edict. It's the same deal. So either you kill him fast. Oh, Hachiko is going to get slowed down. Here comes the dust. And we even have TFG coming in. It's going to be First Blood going the way of Huntrash player. He has a drum as well now, so TFG also picks up a lot of support gold like that. Wong in the middle lane getting a solo kill on the Queen of Pain, using the RP for that. Queen of Pain being a bit too careless, and that's actually a story that we see quite often. Usually we just assume that the Queen of Pain will outlane the Magnus, and that everything will be fine for her. But a lot of games, I must say, a lot of games, such as, I think one game where Orange was playing against ABC, Mushi actually died to the solo mid, Mushi as a Queen of Pain died to the solo mid Magnus. I think it was Wong 2. So, again, that's a story that we see getting repeated, so very often Queen of Pain just, it seems that the players underestimate the power of Magnus in the early game, and Magnus really deal a crap ton of damage with his combo. 280 damage, 300 shockwave damage, and 150 Magnus RP damage, plus 1 or 2 right click. Whoa, I'm not really sure what Magnus was trying to do here.
Radiant's top towers
Trying to push the Nyx Assassin towards his ally Sand King, but it's not going to be successful at it. So we see Winter going for 1 level in Cosmic Finale to help push away the lanes as well as farm a bit easier. Huntrash players on the bottom lane. Hachiko at that point has to be very careful because he can go down very easily. All it takes is a Nature's Prophet with a Dust and TP. Missile's gonna fly onto Leia. Leia, I have no idea what you're doing here. You're dead, sir. Gyrocopter's gonna get that kill. that poor Vengeful Spirit was just on the wrong side of the river. So now, Huntrash player, it looks like they want to go on Hachiko, and we don't have Dust, so I guess, nope, Hachiko will be just safe. FZ just looking for something to do. He's gonna buy a Arcane Boots, so that's gonna be a full-on Gyrocopter support. Usually, even when the Gyrocopter supports, you see him going for items like a Power Tread or a Face Boots to have additional damage. And yeah, the missile's not gonna do any damage if you don't have the vision over the invisible unit that Bounty Hunter is. Because with the Phase Boots, yeah, let's finish my train of thought. With the Phase Boots, you have a lot of right-click damage, and the Flak Cannon is still gonna hurt. Because it's gonna hit everyone, so if you land 3 attacks with the Flak Cannon and Phase Boots, at that level, you're probably going to deal something like 250 physical damage on everyone in a 1000 AoE radius, so it's still, you know, pretty decent. But I guess Arcane Boost is gonna be the way to go. We see 1 Arcane Boost on Magnus as well. And that's gonna be probably 3 Arcane Boots if Winter gets one as well. So it's gonna be mass mana regeneration on ABC side. So remember, those are group stages, guys. It's not like a best of 1 or anything. So even if you lose this game, you still have the chance to come back and actually play in the playoffs. It's the best of each group, the 2 best of each group who gets to play in the playoffs. So right now, ABC, of course, being the favored of this group. The second one being Neolution.International, in my opinion. Bottom lane, Hachiko is gonna get slowed. And is there the dust? Yeah, Nature's Prophet come with the dust. Hachiko is going to just get stuck in the trees, and Huntrash player is going to get his kill stolen by TFG. In the meantime, we see Luna is actually farming pretty well as well. We didn't talk about her a lot. She decides to go for Drum, Ring of Basilius, and Yasha. So she's not completing her Ring of Aquilius, Ring of Aquila, not Aquilius. It's Basilius and Aquila. So she has a bit less stats than if she did go for it, but she is able to rush up some other items like the Yasha. I guess she's not going for the BKB. It doesn't look like they want to fight yet for Neolution.International. They're just content of just sitting there and farming instead of looking for those big team fights, which is always risky when you have on the other side a Sand King, a Magnus, as well as a Gyrocopter with the cooldown. So that's a lot of AoE damage and control. Nyx is level 6. He just popped his ultimate, but they are not able to find anyone at the moment. Wong Wong is playing very carefully. Ping's coming out, but the ultimate is about to run out. Vendetta is only 20 seconds of duration at level 1, so maybe now seeing the Nyx Assassin out of his invisibility, Wong Wong will feel a bit more confident. Because Hachiko is here with the DD rune, so no, the invis run out. And Ninja Boogie is still farming in the meantime, so net worth, we see that he's slightly behind due to the amount of kills that the Lysair got. And for the fact that, well, the Yasha is in the courier, so he's not counted yet. So, no, in fact, she's out farming the other ones in terms of net worth. As I say that, Huntrash player also gets a Yasha.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
So Luna starting to pound on the tower, top lane. The ultimate from Nature's Prophet is gonna delay that push. Gyrocopter, this is an illusion.
Top tower's in bad shape. Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower.
But in the meantime, Huntrash player is just entering with the same thing. So the gold difference between the two cars isn't insane. It's 600 gold approximately. It just comes from the fact that Huntrash player got the first blood and 1 assist. So the two of them are still farming pretty well. We see that Sentry Ward was popped down. FZFZ is just gonna run out of. Whoa! They get actually one sentry and one Observer Ward for the price of a single sentry. So nicely done here. Pink's coming out. Not really sure why. Queen of Pain decided to go for Power Treads as well. 2 null talismans. So that's a lot of early game items. It usually happens when the Queen of Pain is not having that much of a good time. She's gonna go for a
technical difficulties.
Orchid now for the silence. He's gonna be key to silence the Magnus before he can use the RP, especially since Wong Wong now has a Blade Dagger. So we see Nature's Prophet did go for the Hand of Midas after getting his Ring of Basilius and boots.
Couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
Hachiko has to be careful. The dust is gonna miss. They just waited a bit too long before using that. Sand King has sentry, so has to be careful still. One sentry is gonna get popped right in the middle of the lane, and Hachiko is just gonna run straight into it. Nope. He's gonna use the check and get away. So Pink's going out. Ninja Boogie still pushing up the top lane, but Nature's Prophet, does he have ultimate? Yeah, he has it. So he's just gonna go and gank the Luna right now. Luna is gonna get the slow down, and is there disable? There is not! Winter is not able to get here in time. And in the meantime, Hachiko is trying to go on the Gyrocopter. And see how much damage the Gyrocopter deals to Hachiko before going down. In fact, oh, RP onto 3 people and everyone goes down. This is a disaster. John Q is the only one surviving, not for long. This is a triple kill by Wong Wong. Very, very nice Blink Dagger here. He sees that everyone is low due to the Gyrocopter. And that's what I was saying about the Gyrocopter's damage. He doesn't have any items, he's a support hero, but if you don't kill him fast enough, he's gonna use his spells, and God, that will hurt. So, very nice, nicely done by Magnus and Gyrocopter. The track kill is not gonna compensate for a triple kill. Usually we say it's okay if they trade, you know, because Bounty Hunter, track gold, yada yada yada, but 1 for 3 is never a good trade. So now the top tower is probably gonna go down, and Luna, she has decided to go on the bottom lane instead. She did escape, so Ninja Boogie, still not dead, and he's still farming, he's still pushing. Nyx Assassin, in fact, he's waiting for someone to come to TP and defend, but looks like the Radiant will be content to take down the top tower. They will be defending on the bottom lane as well. TP coming in. It's gonna be a Nyx, and Nyx is one of the only one who, well, Nyx can't really take down. Ninja Boogie can't really take down Nyx either because, well, he's just very tanky, very fast, and he, like right now, hey, look at that! If he pops the phase boost, he runs at 493 movement speed. It's almost a haste, and he has the rage if ever Luna pops the Eclipse. It lasts only for 3.6 seconds, so the rage lasts for 6 seconds. You don't even need to care about the Eclipse anymore.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
So you see Luna as well as Nyx Assassin, they're just gonna back off. They know they can't do anything. And Nyx will have to be careful, in fact, because 1-1 is here.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Oh, they are gonna get that one kill on that Gyrocopter. Winter's on the chase, but not gonna find anyone. We see the Eclipse going down. And oh, the Courier actually goes in as well. So Nyx gets a lot of gold, and the dark side, Neolution.International, that's a lot of gold going their way now. So we will see a spike in the gold graph once it updates. A Courier kill is, if you guys don't remember, 175 gold going for everyone on your team. So that's almost a tower going down. It's a lot. Oh, Winter's prepping up that ARP, that big epicenter, and John Q is gonna be the target here. Gonna go down. Yep, not gonna be able to survive that. So in the end, epicenter only killing one, but pushing Ninja Boogie away. Ninja Boogie now, he knows he needs a BKB and track onto a Magnus Illusion. Well, that's not gonna be useful. So in the meantime, what do we see? Gyrocopter, Arcane Boots, pretty much nothing else. He died twice. Laughter has his Senjin Yasha. You really luck that deal as well. I mean, the last few times I saw the Lifestealer getting played in the Southeast Asia, they decided to go for the Senjin Yasha. So he's really banking all on the movement speed. Phase Boots, Drum of Endurance, Senjin Yasha. It's speed. The Sen King decides to go for a bottle instead of an Arcanes. That's interesting. Winter is a very poor fellow. That's normal. He's playing the position 5 all the time. Magnus, 1k gold. FZ, well, he has nothing new. And TFG has the mechanism as well. So, if they want to go for team fights, they have everything that they need. Bounty Hunter, he's very underfarmed. He doesn't even have a Drum of Endurance 20 minutes in the game. And that's due to the fact that they don't get kills. It's 8 for 4, so you see the Bounty Hunter right now. He has, oh, Bounty Hunter actually gets a kill when I say that in the mid lane. And on the bottom lane, RP goes down on Ninja Boogie, but here comes a swap, saving Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie is gonna turn on his BKB and start to wear down those guys. Everyone is getting a lot of damage, but he sees that everyone on his own team is getting worn down. Hunter Speller is trying to chase down Ninja Boogie, but he's too fast with that Drum of Endurance and the Yasha. Hachiko is waiting. He has he has a double damage. He wants to go onto Winter. Here comes the Eclipse. They are trying to bring down TFG, but TFG very wisely is going to sprout himself, denying the vision on Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie, his Eclipse is not going to do anything on anyone, and now he's going to go down. Hunter Spellers catch up to him, and Bla goes in. Bla gets the Nature's Prophet. Sen King also died due to her Chico, but she also dies to the damage of the Gyrocopter. TFG now is chasing up that Bounty Hunter, trying to TP away. There is not going to be enough damage, and he's going to be able to escape now. 11 for 8. It's still very even trade at that point. And now we see the swap from the Vengeful Spirit, actually very useful. They are using it similarly to... Oh, Lei. Well, as soon as I say that, Lei just get caught and killed. And very interesting build as well. If you see, she only got 1 level magic missile. Oh, Nyx Assassin. He caught up that poor Gyrocopter, but
that's 4 to roll.
As I said, no way you're gonna be able to escape that Lifestealer with his movement speed. Ping's going down on the bottom lane. They want to get some kills, but there's no one there. Archiko is just gonna use a track onto Winter, annoy him a little bit. Oh, actually, he's going deep. has to be careful. One was coming in, and it's gonna be a stun here. Archico, the silence goes down on Winter. Winter will die. And Archico actually escapes. He escapes. Is there any detection? There's not any detection. And in fact, they're turning this around, and they're still fighting in. FZ comes in with the ultimate, but everyone spread out. Delta split, and everyone will get away, or will they? We'll have to TP away. Oh, the damage is gonna be enough, and he's gonna fall down here. Queen of Pain is going for a BKB now, and that's a good answer to all the disables that are coming.
My thanks.
So I was saying, Vengeful Spirit, look at that. Magic Missile, only level 1. That's to keep the mana cost low. And that's pretty much it. That's the only reason. So that means more mana for the Nether Swap and for the Wave of Terror. Because if you look at her right now, she only has 360 mana. So that means 2 stuns and 1 swap. Maximum, plus 1 wave. So she doesn't want to be in a situation where using a stun costs her the swap. FZ is gonna find Lei. Lei is gonna get absolutely destroyed by this Huntrash player. Lei again, just heading in as the first player to go in. A support is never the good choice, especially if you're so low on health and you're squishy like a Vengeful Spirit. 0 for 5 on poor Lei. Life of a hard support. So Nyx, he has the Arcane Boots, the Urn of Shadow. The Bounty Hunter finally gets his drum as well as the Orbit Club. This little Smirkish on the bottom lane actually helped him a lot. Ninja Boogie. He's looking for his Mental Style. The question is he gonna get it fast enough? Queen of Pain, as I was saying, looking for a BKB as well. And what is on the other side? We see Gyrocopter. He has managed to buy up a Bracer, but that's not a lot. Lifestealer, now that he has the move speed, he wants to lock down. He seems like it's gonna be a TP in the middle lane. John Q is gonna get stunned. We see it, TFG hesitating for a second. Nyx Assassin popping up that Spark Harvest. TFG might be in trouble. RP only on Lei. Lei's gonna fall though, and that's gonna be no swap. John Q is gonna fall as well as Lycer comes in, clean up that mess. And Huntrash player is unstoppable right now. 6-4-0. Top lane, Ninja Boogie still farming, but is he gonna be able to? Ooh. So, Lyciolaire was what I was saying. He has the move. He wants to lock down now. He's gonna go for this Abyssal Blade. And with the Abyssal Blade, Luna is going to be free food. I mean, if she doesn't get swapped to safety... Oh no, Bounty Hunter. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna try to TP away. But Winter, there's no stun actually. He used the stun already, so he's gonna be fine. And Ninja Boogie is gonna get that top tower. Bottom tower is actually falling to Blah as well. So double tower kill. And Huntrash player just goes on the Luna. Has to pray for a stun. And he gets it. Now Luna is just dead. No way you can escape from that. That's actually pretty enraging when you are in the case of the Luna. You're like, okay, so he has 25% chance of hitting me and stunning me. He hit twice and he actually stuns me, so... No luck here. Gets his BKB. We see lots of sentries. Counter ward here.
Radiant's mid towers get
the middle lane. They want that tower. But Wong is waiting in the round. We have Gem of Sight here. They're waiting for them to go onto FZ, but they don't take the bait. And now it's gonna be a free kill on the Nyx Assassin. Wong very wisely doesn't use the ultimate for that. He knows that, oh, in the meantime, I see a lot of kills going on. Who is dead here? It was the Vengeful Spirit got caught up by what seems to be just the ultimate from Nature's Prophet. Oh no, it was Lifestealer. He came in from behind. So Hardchico is going to TP away. Looking also for a BKB. RP, remember, goes for BKB. And Magnus has a lot of ways to actually get that RP onto you. There's a Blink Dagger, there's a TFG was gonna fall there. TFG is actually quite tanky. He still has the mechanism if he wants it, but not gonna be enough.
I didn't come here to see my enemies.
And Nature's Prophet is trying to get a Sheepstick now, so he has the ultimate orb. And once the Sheepstick is up, it's gonna be again more disables. Magnus, as I was saying, has lots of way to get to you to use the RP. Blink Dagger, 4-staff Skewer. That's a total of a lot, actually. I think it's 4,000 range in total if you use all the spells one after the others. Oh no, not 4,000. It's only 3,000. It's already a lot though. It's like crossing half the map in one skill and two items. So John Q is looking for a kill. It's gonna go straight onto FZ. Has to be careful. We see Winter's going in, but there's gonna be an RP here. Everyone's grouped up. Nope. Everyone splits up, and Hachiko is gonna be the target. So Hachiko falls down for the price of the gyrocopter. And Blah, he blinked in the trees. Was that intentional? I'm not really sure. Like, I'm hidden there. You can't catch me. Ninja Boogie still farming up. Has the Manta style. Is he gonna go for... Oh! It seemed like Blah wants a kill on Winter, but has to be careful as Wong Wong is here. He's gonna try to skewer her. And, you know, he's just gonna use the RP. He's just gonna say, screw it. And here comes the Abyssal Blade, making sure that this Queen of Pain doesn't escape. John Q is gonna get skewered away from his TP. And yeah, Lifestealer right now is at 11 for 0. Ninja Boogie. Not really sure he can do much against that farmed Lifestealer. Remember, Luna is very good in team fights because the bouncing glaives dealing damage to everyone. But on the one-on-one situation, Lifestealer is just gonna claw her face out, and they know that Queen of Pain is not here, they know that Nyx is not here, they are gonna have a free Roshan. It's gonna be Han Trash Play with 2 lives instead of 1. Lei, is he looking for a swap? No, wait, he doesn't have the vision. So he shouldn't be able to do that. It would have been cool, but there's not enough range. No, there's not enough range. Oh, is there? Lei trying to do that, but Lifestealer picks up the Aegis. Here comes Ninja Boogie from the backside. They are going onto this ABC lineup, but Han Trash Player is just munching through Luna. They did manage to take down Winter, but that's all at the moment. And Luna is actually going to use that Sprout to get away. So TFG helping a bit here. Blah gets 2 kills, but she's going to get stunned by the Abyssal Blade, and that's going to be the end again of Blah. Who bought back during that fight? The Bounty Hunter bought back, and the Queen of Pain bought back. So it's actually a 4 for 2 trade, not something you want. Plus the Lifestealer still got the Aegis and didn't die, so Luna got away. That's very important, but it's just not enough at that point. 26 for 15. And if you take a look at experience graph, it's 14k advantage for the Radiant. And the gold graph is 7.5k as well, so Neolution.International, they are behind and they know it. At that point, it's going to come down to whether or not they can take some fights, take some very, very smart, kills. I mean, the team fight right now looks horrible for Neolution.International. They just can't bring down the Nyx. They don't have enough damage. They have to catch him alone, otherwise he's just gonna wreck through the enemy, the entire Neolution esports side. Especially since you have other priority target. The Sand King is very dangerous, so you want to kill him. You have the Magnus, who's very dangerous, so you want to kill him. The Gyrocopter is also very dangerous, so you want to kill him. And in the end, if you just target someone else, Lifestealer is gonna have a grand time to just eat your face. And again, that's a movement speed Lifestealer, so you're not going to be able to kite him around. What do you have to control him? You have the Bounty Hunter track, so you have more move speed, bonus movement speed around him. You have the Queen of Pain slow, which doesn't really work if he rages, and you have the stun from the Vengeful Spirit and the stun from the Nyx Assassin, and that's pretty much all. So I guess the swap is going to be it, but even with that, I mean, we see that Vengeful Spirit doesn't even need to get focused down. The simple fact that she's standing in the AoE means that she's gonna die because she has just so low HP.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
And even Nyx with the Spike Harpist doesn't survive for long. Queen of Pain is also another story. You see that the BKB is just not enough. If Nightstealer really wants to go on her, he just used the Abyssal Blade, and that's pretty much it.
The Dire best do something about
John Q, I'm not really sure what he's doing there. Goodbye, Nyx. TP, stun, goodbye.
Guess that's 10 in a row.
I have no clue what he was doing here because he had the Vendetta on cooldown, so I don't really understand. I think it was miscommunication. Maybe he thought that his ally Lei and the Queen of and the Ninja Boogie were going to go in, but it was not the case. So Winter,
Dire's bottom
now that they have a gem,
is
they
over.
can just go around and kill all the wards off the dark side, and Neolution.International will have to play in the dark. The only ward they have right now is this little ward that is actually quite cute. It gives you just enough vision to see if someone's going into Roshan, if they're no smoke, and it gives you a vision here in case they are just, you know, fooling and, you know, faking a Roshan and just waiting on the high ground. So they wanted to catch 1-1, trying to see if there's a ward there, but nope. They wanted to catch that Luna, but Luna is already out. She is, in fact, she was farming the Ancient. Ninja Boogie is now gonna rotate back to the middle lane. Not really sure what the Luna is gonna look for right now. Might be a butterfly to try to dodge the maximum amount of attacks from the Lifestealer, but I'm not really sure it's gonna be enough. It's... They have to catch out the enemies, but the problem is ABC have the vision, they don't. ABC have a gem, they don't.
Top tower, you know the drill.
And just remember what Winter says every time he co-casts with LD. It's gem. You're losing, you buy a gem. You're winning, you buy a gem. Oh, that's Hasted Bounty Hunter, so he's gonna be fine.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
And Luna has an Myzzrym, but there's a gem on the Magnus. Has to be careful. They want to catch up a straggler. Are they gonna be able to? No, Luna is gonna TP away, so I guess everyone has to go out now. It's time to escape. It's time to escape. Don't stand there. Well, Hachiko was there, and Hachiko just dies.
New life will make its home amongst your bow.
Ninja Boogie still farming, but I mean, that's a Luna. That's not a Phantom Lancer. It's not someone who can just go toe to toe with the Lifestealer. I'm not even sure she can outpush the Lifestealer if she's just trying to split push, because unlike the Phantom Lancer who can just create illusion and send his army of illusion on the tower, Luna can only create 2 with the Manta style, and that's gonna be all. So we see that Neolution.International, they're doing their best to split push. They know they can't take a fight, so what they do instead is trying to buy time by split pushing. Ninja Boogie is trying to ward down that tower, Illusion dealing a good amount of damage, but in the meantime the middle lane is getting absolutely demolished, and Junkyu is already dead. He doesn't have a buyback, or does he? Oh, he has a buyback ready. He's gonna do that. And they have to do something, but they're just gonna use they're just gonna kill the Rax, and oh! TFG getting his TP cancelled by Hachiko. Here comes a big ultimate by Black, catching up 2, and Huntrash Player comes out. Huntrash Player is gonna get 1 kill. TFG falls down. The RP is gonna miss on everyone, so no RP, but Huntrash Player is still there. Now we see the Eclipse going down, gonna kill Winter as well as 1-1 or not. Everyone's taking damage, but not enough. Luna is gonna get stunned. Luna is trying to escape. Luna is gonna use that Manta style, but she is still going to die. And
the furs flying at Radiant's top rags.
And the buybacks. Queen of Pain, she bought back. Luna, she bought back. Nature's Prophet bought back, and Nyx Assassin already bought back. The Huntrash Player is just gonna dodge that stun. And Junkyu, he won't escape from that. Yep, he's dead. Now we see Queen of Pain actually trying to chase Hachiko, very low on health. And Hachiko is still alive, but Blah is gonna get stunned. Queen of Pain is gonna get mowed down. No, she's gonna blink. Yeah, she's gonna miss that scream, and she is going to fall. And Nature's Prophet survived with 10 HP. And FZFZ, I mean, right now it's just this fight. Oh, Ninja Boogie is gonna get caught and killed a second time. He's gonna try to escape. Is he gonna be able to? The slow is there. Oh, well, he's gonna be able to escape because they just went out all sacrificial lamb on her. And that Lifestealer is just way too tanky, way too farm. Deals a lot of damage, and you can't really bring him down. There's nothing to control that Lifestealer. There's no RP to catch the Lifestealer. There's no, you know, black hole. Once you use the rage, there's nothing you can do. TFG is gonna be the target here, but Huntrash Player is just gonna come out and kill the Nyx Assassin as soon as he just pops out.
The Dire's bottom rags is done for.
And the bottom right is gonna fall too. TP coming in. Nature's Prophet is gonna get tracked. Nature's Prophet gonna use that. Oh. Still surviving. It's gonna get stunned. Here comes the cooldown, and Luna gets stunned. Luna gets Abyssal Blade, and Luna now is trying to run away. She will be able to as well.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
In the meantime, though, Lei is still alive for a few seconds. Oh, she's gonna swap his online. Screw you, Bunny Hunter. I'm out of there. So Luna gets a boost of trouble. That's not gonna help her in the fights. That's really not gonna help her. Magnus is on his way to a refresher orb. Winter has a blink dagger as well, but at this point, even if there was only the Life Stealer, and he got some MKB, so you won't even be able to buy evasion against him, because with the MKB you won't miss any attacks. John Q's coming with the Vendetta. They're trying to get FZFZ, but who is there? In fact, oh, actually, there's no one here. Oh, here comes the RP only on Blah. Here comes the swap. Here comes the big epicenter. Everyone dies. And by everyone, I just mean the 2 support. On each side, the 2 support die. The BKBs, of course, defending against the epicenter. Magnus is finally gonna fall, and TFG is trying to TP away, but is there? No, there's no stun. The Sun Beam was already used, and Gem of True Sight is gonna be dropped on the ground. No one wants it apparently.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, so the gem is just gonna stand there, I guess. On Trash Peller, he saw how his allies actually got killed, so he's just gonna wait there. And down to lane, I'm not really sure what Neolution.International can do. I'm always a sucker for comebacks, but I mean, comebacks is something that, for example, IG could do in the 4th game of the G League, where obviously as a Phantom Lancer, if they just could help on long enough, they would be able to come back. But 2 racks down, Luna, and we see a maxed out Lifestealer on the other side. Plus it's ABC. It's one of the best Southeast Asian teams. At the moment, I would say, in my personal caster opinion, the best 3 teams in Southeast Asia are Orange, ABC, also known as MUFC now, and Zenith, but I'm not really sure about Zenith because they were very, very inactive for a long time. So, not really sure how well they are doing. Gods is casting their game on the stream Beyond the Summit 2. And those are the 3 bigs. The next one are Neolution.International. There is also Invasion, I think, to a lesser point. There is oh, who am I missing here?
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
Oh, top lane. John Q is actually gonna survive that because there's no. Oh, there's a Gem of True Sight. And John Q has a Ghost Scepter. That's actually what saved him from Home Trash player. Magnus posed the game. Not really sure why. Maybe someone disconnected. So back to my train of thought. There was Invasion to a lesser point, as I was saying. Now that FZ is gone, I'm not really sure about that anymore. Neolution.International. Who else is there that's actually very good? First Departure, of course. First Departure. One of the team that was looking very good to replace MUFC in terms of the Void of Power when MUFC disbanded, but ABC got the upper hand on that. You have to remember though that First Departure, the players are very young. They're something like 18 or around that, so they still have school, they still have a lot of things to do, and they are very inconsistent. So they can be playing very well, but there are a lot of times where they won't win because, well, as I said, they're very inconsistent. Neolution Thailand is also pretty good, and the Chinese teams that are competing, I'm not really counting them in the Southeast Asian category. Oh, Archico BKB used, Bounty Hunter. Gonna try to escape. Looks like he will be able to as well. Top lane though, it's gonna be Mega Creeps. Ninja Boogie is just going to well on that tower and on those racks. The racks fall down, but it's gonna be just going straight up for the Ancient. And yeah, Neolution.International, they have to react to that. First tower goes down. Second tower is about to go down as well. It's gonna be the last fight here. So it's gonna be the last fight, but Ninja Boogie already dies. 2 RP used immediately, and Ninja Boogie's dead. There's a buyback coming from Vengeful Spirits, and there's the buyback coming from Nyx Assassin. But everyone's just dying one after the other, and Luna, she just bought a butterfly. Well, they're just camping the fountain right now, and this is gonna be GG. So GG, well played, both team. It's gonna be MUFC taking this game in the group stage, and TFG, you big troll, killing his ally. And we're gonna jump into next game, so thank you guys for watching. I was DotaTalk Myzzrym. So we are going to go for the game number 2. Thank you, and see you guys.